everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Tonight we're going to have some fun because we are going to be playing with silhouette style stamps, and we're going to be playing with some of my favorite autumn colors. I always say this, I don't want to rush summer, but I love the autumn color palette, and you know, we're in August now, so it's okay to break into that a little bit. But before we get started with everything tonight, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Greetings all from the dead space.
How are you tonight?
I am well. It's good to be here.
But listen to the rain.
Yeah, you know.
I
we
know,
could be
right?
on our way to Kansas at any minute here.
I know, right? We have torrential rain, and my phone just went off like 5 minutes before we went live. Our phones were buzzing, telling us tornado warning to get into a small room. I think a craft room counts.
Yes, there's a lot of protection in a craft room.
Yes. Well, I hope everybody can hear us okay, and I'm sorry if you hear the rain or if the storm sirens go off again. We'll just work through it. Not a big deal, right?
Unless you're gonna do silly hoots tonight?
Silly hoots?
Silly hoots.
Silly hoot stamping. Silhouette stamping, yes. And do you have a word of the day?
Love silly hoots.
And do you have a word of the day?
I do have a word of the day, yes.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that. Oh, Tom, I have to tell you something. So you know
it would be a crime not to have a word of the day at this point.
I know. Our friend Vicky Donnelly, who made the amazing Zeus mug for me.
Yes.
Well, I got a package today in the mail, and I brought it here, and I wanted to show you live, okay?
Oh,
so she sent me a second mug, a second Zeus mug. I don't know if you guys can see it. A second Zeus mug. I'll do the overhead so you can see it. But she sent me a second Zeus mug, and she sent you one too.
Aww.
And yours. I got to show you the overhead. Hang on a second. Let me see. Okay, ready? Look at this. Yours has bikes on it. Isn't that amazing?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's Vicky Donnelly. She's so talented. She sent both of these. Because remember when I said, I don't know, I want to have one in my craft room so I can look at it all the time here at the studio, but I want to have one for coffee in the morning. So she made me a second one, and then she made you one. What a sweetheart. I'll tell you, what a sweetheart. Vicky, thank you so much.
Thank
we absolutely...
you, Vicky. That's outstanding.
We love it. I hope she's watching tonight. Okay, well, let's get to some crafting. What do you say?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see. So I am going to start with some white cardstock. Ooh, and I am a little close up, and I'm really hoping my battery works. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank goodness. So I'm going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and I'm ultimately going to cut this down with Master Layouts 2. Okay, ultimately going to cut it down with Master Layouts 2. But before I do that, I am going to actually use Master Layouts 11. Now, for those of you that have Master Layouts 11, you know it's got this 4-panel window pane. And I am going to, actually, we're going to use quarter sheets, and then we're going to cut it down more toward the end, okay? So let me get my die cutting machine here. I know she sent me a message today, and she said, Vicky did, she said, you got some happy mail, and she knew before I knew because it ended up in our warehouse, and so I didn't get it right away, but I ran down there as soon as she let me know. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to, okay, let me just say this. This is an A2 size piece of cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And this was designed to be 4 1/4 by 5.5, but there's no blade on the end. So you can line these up, and this is going to help you get everything perfectly centered, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of masking magic on there to hold it in place. I'm wondering why this is so hard tonight, but it's because I don't have my glasses on and I can't see. Now it looks great. Okay, and I'm going to cut this out. I know those cups are so nice. They're so thoughtful. Okay, so I've got this cut out now. There we go. And instead of using this as a window, I'm actually going to use it tonight as a stencil. All right, and you can save these little pieces for other things. At some point, you might even want to ink on them and paper piece into the window, like do some clouds on these, and you can paper piece them in here if you want. But we're going to put this away for now. Hey, Mindy Egan. Okay. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to cut down another piece of cardstock to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I happen to have one here, lucky me. So this is all ready to go. And I'm going to use my sticky mat for this. Aw, Patricia, I don't think Zeus knows he's a celebrity. I actually don't even think he knows he's a cat. He acts like a dog, so... And now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lay it right on top so it lines up perfectly. And then I know that this is centered on my piece of cardstock. So then I can decide what to do with it later. If I want to keep it as a full quarter sheet of cardstock, I could do that, make it a card front with no layers, or I can cut layers out, but at least I know it's going to be straight. And you can see I used a little bit of our Masking Magic strips. I've got some more here. These are super, super good for this kind of thing because it doesn't tear your paper. So I use these strips all the time when I want to hold things down. And the reason I have to hold it down on the sticky mat is because the piece underneath is taking all the sticky and there's no overlap there. So this isn't, it's just going to float on top. So I wanted to tack it down with some Masking Magic. Now, I am going to use some Post-it notes for this. And I'm going to block off each little section here. And then I'm going to pick some of my favorite autumn colors. Now let me get my ink stand. Oh, and that reminds me, Brianne Loveland. Hello, sweet friend. Brianne Loveland is in the chat, and she's linking everything for you guys. So if there's anything that I used today that you're interested in, Brianne's going to link it for you. But Brianne is also the inventor of the ink stand. So Brianne, if you would link your ink stands, I can't tell you how many times on a replay I get a message saying, can you link that inkstand? I really want that inkstand. And I guess because the live chat, maybe they don't have the live chat enacted, they can't see it. Okay, so here are some of my favorite autumn colors combinations. I absolutely love Plum Punch as an autumn color. And then I'm going to mix that with some honey mustard. Look at those colors together. And then, oh gosh, okay. So I love cranberry. I'm gonna just put that in the mix. I'm not sure which cranberry. I love cranberry though. So here's dark and medium. And then I love Turquoise Sea in there. Isn't that beautiful? And one more, just in case, Faded Brick. So we could replace the cranberry with Faded Brick, and this combination, or this combination, is gorgeous for fall. So let's start with the Plum Punch. We're going to start with plum. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to ink up each box separately. That's why I'm using Post-it notes. And I'm going to start with the plum, but I'm not going to ink all the way up. I'm just going to ink like gradually up. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom. And I'm going to go a little heavy-handed down here at the bottom. But then as I work my way up, I'm going to fade out into almost nothing. But definitely getting this side and this side, because that's where you're going to see your dividing line. And I'm doing a little bit up there, but I'm going very dark in here. You see that? Very dark down in here. You could even go a little darker if you want, but remember, we're going to do silhouette stamping on top of this. So when we do that, we want to make sure that the color's not too dark. Okay, so now I'm going to take these off. And now I'm going to switch. I am going to get new Post-it notes because I don't want to mix things like yellows and purples together, because although brown is a great autumn color, that's the color we would make. Okay, so now we're going to put this here, and we're going to put this over here. And we're going to block off our Plum Punch area, and then I can use one of these used ones down here. Okay, so the next color I want to use is Honey Mustard. Okay, got a little yellow on here. And yellow's not bad, but I want to see if I happen to have... Oh, wow. It got so quiet out there. Okay. I'm going to use a little honey mustard, same way. I'm going to start down here on the Post-it note, and then I'm going to work my way up from this corner, going heavy-handed, back and forth, till I get all the way up to that end. And then I am going to lightly dust that color because I want to be able to see a little bit of a difference there from the white. But there's my heavy honey mustard. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, looking good so far. Now, here's the dilemma. Do I go with the dark cranberry or do I stick with the faded brick? Faded brick was my original plan in my head, and I think I'm going to stick with the faded brick. Oh, thank you, guys. Well, you know, sometimes you have wins, right, with ink blending, and sometimes not so much. But I'll tell you that I really do feel like the ink and the paper has a lot to do with it. The ink has a smoothing agent in it, which really is helpful. And the paper is the smoothest paper on the market. You'll never find a white cardstock that's smoother than the Gina K cardstock. It's so smooth. And people, a lot of times people don't believe me, but then they get our white incentive cardstock, and they're like, oh yeah, I definitely can see the difference and feel the difference. All right, so I'm going to go with the faded brick. I've been using cranberries quite a bit lately, but I definitely haven't used faded brick in a while, and I think I'm just in the mood for it. So you can see I flipped this around. Rather than trying to do the same technique down here, it feels easier to mimic what I just did by doing it in the same direction. So here we go with the faded brick. Faded brick, the difference between the faded brick and the cranberry is faded brick has a little bit of brown in it. Just a little bit, where the cranberry has a little bit more pink in it. All right, now we're still going to go all the way up there, but I'm really lightening my touch there. We're going the heaviest down there. Okay. Now we've got one more to do, and that's going to be the Turquoise Sea. So let's do turquoise. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Great to see all of you here tonight. I know there's a lot of people that are in the line of this storm that are probably in their basement right now. But not us, right, Tom?
That's right.
Okay. I am going to get a different color here. I mean, a different piece of cards, post-it note. I can't think. Must be the pressure changing.
It's the dead space.
It's the dead space. Way over there on the other side of the room. Okay. So here we go with some Turquoise Sea. Now, Turquoise Sea is not, you know, notoriously an autumn color. People don't generally think of Turquoise Sea as an autumn color. In fact, Tranquil Teal might be a little bit more of an autumn color. And we can mix a little Tranquil Teal in there just to get it a little deeper. But I think having that little pop of blue in your autumn card making really does make a difference. There's something about it. But let's add just a little bit of the teal in there too. So I'll get some Tranquil Teal. Here we go. I hope everybody is feeling relaxed tonight. Oh, spruce would be nice too, yeah. Okay. Just a little bit of deepening down here in the corner with that teal. See that? Made it just a little darker down there. Oh, I do like the teal. Okay, so now let's take a look at our ink blending and see how it looks. All the colors together. I don't know that I'm going to take this off yet because I think I'm going to stamp in here first. Oh, aren't those colors pretty together? They're just beautiful. Love that combination. Okay, so now I've got a bunch of different stamp sets here. I have this one. This is the Harvest Silhouettes, and it's got some pretty leaves in here. I was thinking about mixing the leaves from Harvest Silhouettes with the leaves from Autumn Silhouettes. So we'd have some smaller ones and then some bigger ones. Let's give that a try. So let's start with the smaller ones. Now, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do this with an acrylic block. I know. Some call it brave, others call it stupid. I'm glad you guys are relaxed. Okay, so let's start with the Autumn Silhouettes. And let's just do this big leaf just to get our mojo going. I've used this set so many times that I know it's going to take ink well, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just if I don't get a good impression, it's one and done, right? When I use a block. So if you don't want to use a block, you could certainly put the whole sticky mat right into your MISTI. And it will stick pretty well, especially if you have a grip mat in there, because the back of the sticky mat sticks to the grip mat. So you'll be okay. I know it's scary. Okay, here we go. So we'll start. I almost made a boo-boo though. We are going to block off so that this stamp doesn't stamp into any other area. Okay. So here we go. Now wait a minute. Now I want to think about this for a minute. I want to think about this because maybe I want the images to go outside of the box a little bit. Maybe I do. I just have to make sure that they don't get into each other's. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, that's really pretty. All right, I'm going to do it this way. Let me just, I'll tell you what I can do. I can look at it like this. Yes, see? That's what it's going to look like. So they'll go outside of the box a little bit. I've done this in the past, but I've always kept the template on. And I think I'm going to go outside of the box here. Okay. So we're going to do this right here. I'm going to give it a second to transfer. Don't pull up too fast, because if you pull up too fast, the ink sometimes doesn't get a chance to... Ah, look how pretty that is. Yes. I love it. And I like how it fades out toward the end, but you can still see the end of the box, right? Because we went super light-handed. No, there's no wrong way to craft. You're absolutely right. There's no wrong way. But you know. You know how we are, right? Okay.
That'll be my next guest spot on Gina K Designs. There's no wrong way to craft.
And everybody going, boo.
And I'm going to prove it.
Well, you know, Tom, people have been asking for you to come back and craft, so get ready, because that's going to happen soon. So I'm going to do this one next. Do I do it that way, or do I tilt it more this way? Do you like it that way better? I think I do. I'm going to do it that way. It's nice to have the clear stamp, right? That you can actually kind of see what it's going to look like prior. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that one up in this corner. We'll do this one right up here. There we go. Yeah. I can never get enough autumn crafting. I don't like that autumn signifies the end of summer so much, but all right. So do we want to add these small stamps? Do we want to do kind of a, like a one here and then one coming up here? Let's try it. What do we have to lose, right? I know, just the first leaf kind of makes you go, I kind of like that. So we'll do one here, and then we'll do a tiny one toward the bottom. The nice thing about these stamps is they start out blotchy, right? Because that's the look. They're kind of rustic looking. So if I get a blotchy image, it just works with the theme. So I don't feel too nervous about that. There we go. Small one. And then we'll do another small one. Okay. It's only paper. You are right. Yes, we do have to do a Tom versus Brian. I agree. That would be really good. I think Brian would be very willing to come back on and stamp with you, Tom.
He's pretty crazy.
He is pretty crazy.
That would be quite a challenge.
I don't like this one. I think it's too big. I'm going to go with the smaller one because I think that's going to work better. I haven't used these stamps very much, so I'm just conditioning it a little bit with my finger. And I can almost feel the manufacturing residue coming off. And the way you know that you're getting it off is the stamp itself starts to get a little cloudy. And then sometimes after I've done that a little bit, I take my tidy towel and I wipe it. And then I do a little bit more to make sure it's dry. And that helps.
So Kim wrote, Tom, what do you call dealing with the mess after crafting? The crafter math.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good word of the day.
That's a really good one, yeah. I'm going to stamp this here just to make sure it looks good. Okay. Ooh, yes. Okay, and then we'll do one more big one. Let's see. We could do this one or this one. Should we do this one right here? It's not super big. We could do another one of these coming up this way. let's just, I love the shape of that one. Let's do that one. This kind of teardrop shape. I'm very bad with what flowers are. I told you that in one of my last videos. And I'm also very bad at knowing what types of leaves come off of what types of trees. All right, so before I do this, I just want to see, do I want to do it this way or do I want to do it down this way? I think down this way because this goes up, and this comes down. So let's make this one go down. We'll have this one coming like this. There we go. I love it. It would make a nice Thanksgiving card. Yes. A very nice Thanksgiving card. Okay, so now we've got some beautiful autumn colors there. And now this could go, because I used a full A2, if we wanted to, we could mount this onto black and then put it on a 5x7 or an A6 card if you wanted a bigger card. Or we can do my original plan, which was cut the whole thing out using Master Layouts 2 to get that pretty stitched edge. And then mount it onto a black panel and then onto a card base. And I think I'm going to go with this. What color's on the top right? This is honey mustard. We've got honey mustard, plum punch, turquoise sea with a little tranquil teal in there, and faded brick. So let's go ahead and cut that out. It's fun. You know, these are old stamp sets. I mean, I think the Autumn Silhouette stamp set, that's got to be, it feels like it's 10 years old. I'm telling you, I don't give up on our products. I love the stamp sets that I've designed over the years, and you know, some of them have to retire because you just would never have enough space. But for some of the classics like this, I mean, I'll keep this in our collection forever, this Autumn Silhouettes. It'll never go away. Ever. Okay. A Plum Punch card base, you think? All right. We'll give that a try and see what that looks like. Okay, I'm just taping this down because I don't want this to shift, because I need my boxes to be straight here. And we're going to cut this out. Now, let's see how that looks. There we go. And we've got the pretty stitched edge around the top. Okay. Now, sometimes when I'm doing autumn cards, I'll use dark chocolate or I'll use charcoal brown instead of black. But because we're doing silhouette stamping and we've got so much black in this card, I'm definitely going to do black cardstock for the shadow layer behind it, because it'll really, see how that just pulls those leaves out? Your eye is so happy when that black layer is on there. Okay, so Tom, I don't know how late we're going to stay tonight. I was going to, you know, I don't know how late we should stay because of the storms coming through, but I was going to wait a little bit on your word of the day. But while I'm die cutting and trying to find my die set, I think this would be a great time to do the word of the day. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Word of the day it is.
All right. Should we do the word of the day song?
Let me think of one. Yeah.
Okay.
Strike up the band.
All right.
Word of the day, oh hey, hooray, let's laugh it up, don't delay. Word of the day, it's here to stay.
Never gets old.
You're really
Right.
bopping to that.
Yeah, baby. Bopping.
Bobbin. It's a vibe.
You know, as time goes on, I find myself more and more occupied with things that I was not formerly occupied with.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
As
managing
in-
things.
Oh.
I'm managing more things now. Like I'm managing having to shave my ears. And do balance work in the morning. And favoring one side of my mouth when I chew. And buying persimmon soap on Amazon and mowing my eyebrows. Managing. Life is managing. But you know, I realize it comes down to what I'm really managing is man aging. Back to my dead space.
Man aging. Oh, you know, ladies, we have to deal with a lot, but at least I have never had to shave my ears. I have to say, I've never had to shave my ears. Oh. You know, I think a lot of us ladies like to hear that there are some things that you guys need to do. That's good.
The hair doesn't stop growing, it just moves all around and
I know.
comes out and
I know, for us too. My hair's getting thin on the top, but for some reason, I can pluck a chin hair and it'll grow back 3 inches overnight. If I cut my hair wrong, it takes 2 years for it to grow back. I don't know what that is.
plucking the chin hair. Does it make that Three Stooges sound when you do that?
What does that sound?
Oing, oing, oing.
Yeah, I think it does, actually. All right, so we had a suggestion for Plum Punch cardstock, so let's take a look at that color. Tom, you're going to have to weigh in on this.
Thinking about parting my ears. Nice part down the middle. Coif. Ear coif.
All right, I want to show another color here. This is butterscotch. So I'm putting butterscotch in there because there is no butterscotch in this card, yet honey mustard is the darkest version of butterscotch. You know how we have the layers? So butterscotch would be the middle color between honey mustard and sweet corn. And sometimes it's nice to use a color card base that isn't actually in the card. Even though it's in there a little bit, it's kind of under the leaf.
Don't
so what
you
do you
have to? Don't you have to go with a card base that isn't in the card?
No,
With
usually
this,
well, I feel like, yeah, I feel like I have to
all
do
the other
something.
guys are going to be left out. Over.
It's true. We could also look at Tranquil Teal, even though we used a little bit of that in there. We could look at
Yeah,
it.
see, that's going to.
Yeah, no, I don't. That takes the autumny away from it. This feels more autumny. I'm trying to think what other colors we could use.
So you don't have, would a green be weird? Because that's one that is not at all represented there.
Well, let's try fresh asparagus, because that would be the most autumny green, and we can see how that looks.
I'm speaking up from the dead space, and this could
Ooh.
go
Well,
this
now
could go sideways.
Now, let's give Tom some credit here, because the green, I feel like the green allows each color that's in that collection there to shine evenly, right? Look at that, okay? So you get that beautiful, let's put it up against a different color here. You get that beautiful, put it up against white. You get that beautiful deep green.
They all get an equal chance.
Yeah, they
to
all
shine.
get an equal chance, right? So there it is up against white. I don't want these other colors to sway you. So, so there it is. And this is a very autumny green. It's a deep yellowy green. I would not have thought of that, Tom, but I think that that really looks good. Now watch what happens again. We'll like play tricks with our eyes here. See, now all you see is the yellow, right? Your eye is drawn right to the leaf where the yellow is. But when you put it up against the Plum Punch, your eye gets drawn right to the leaf with the Plum Punch. So the background is going to pull out whatever color is in the card. But if you use a color that's not in the card, then your eye is evenly drawn to all four colors. Yep, we could definitely look at craft. Oh, if I had craft, I can't believe I don't have a piece of craft here. Well, I know this isn't craft, but here is warm cocoa.
Some craft room you got there.
I know, I don't have craft.
No craft.
This is warm cocoa. I can't believe I don't have a piece of craft. Maybe I have like a tiny piece of it somewhere. It's not going to do me any good though if I can't actually make a card base out of it. I'm sorry. I have to stock up on my craft. That hole is empty.
Am I running?
Are you running?
Running to the warehouse?
No, you don't have to run. You don't have to run. I like your idea.
It's a long run.
I know. No, you don't have to. Let's go with Tom's green. Let's go with his green. He said it. We're going to honor Tom tonight, and we're going to go with his green. What do you think?
Woohoo!
Okay. I was waiting for that. Okay. So
There's one.
It's one that you got. Well, you got one. I know Tom usually gets the override pretty quick around here. If it's not from me, it's from the chat. No. And then he just disappears into the dead space.
I'm going to go back and rewatch that just to see how that happened.
Just to remember the win.
Like watching plays. Watching football plays. Tapes.
I'm going to watch tapes tonight. All right. So we're going with it. We're going with Tom's color. I am going to get this piece of white cardstock, though, because I feel like you get more out of this if you can see it up against something bright. Okay. Yeah, green was a good one. Good choice, Tom. You're getting a lot of support from the chat. A lot of support. That's awesome. Okay.
Y'all are nice.
Aren't they nice?
They
The
are nice.
nicest people. I love our chat. I love our friends. Okay, now let's pick a stamp set to do a greeting in here. And I definitely think we need something thankful, but I don't know what I have here that has a die set with it. I have mostly silhouette stamps. Let me just look, because maybe I have something. You know what? Okay, I know this would make a great Thanksgiving card, but wouldn't this be beautiful to put thinking of you, you make my world a better place? With these leaves, doesn't this just feel maybe like somebody needs a little lift, a little bit of encouragement? So why don't we do that? Let's do that one. Okay, so I'm going to get the Misty, and I'm going to stamp these two greetings. But if you have a happy Thanksgiving greeting, that would also be really beautiful in there. It would be gorgeous. Yes, Tom got the W. So this is the Ruffled Blooms stamp set. And I'm going to use the Thinking of You. And I'm going to stamp this one up here. And then I'm going to stamp this one down here. You make my world a better place. I like that. Sometimes we need reminding of those things, right? So the leaves are from 2 different silhouette sets, but you don't need 2 sets. I mean, the autumn silhouettes is great. And I also used I think it was the harvest silhouettes. Boy, you know, I put it down. It was harvest silhouettes. Here it is. Yep, harvest silhouettes and autumn silhouettes were the leaves. And just so you guys know, after the live, I will go in and I will add into the description everything that I used tonight. So this way, where'd my Chucky tool go? Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Everything that I used tonight will be listed in the description. And then we're going to do this one down here. There's something on the back of my Misty. That cannot be it. That was a piece of foam square. There's no way that was making my Misty feel uneven. I feel like just the bottom needs to be just a hair darker. Okay. Do I have card sizes and where to score posted? You know, I don't have that, but I will do that for you. I will do that for everybody. I will make a downloadable PDF of the different card sizes, what size paper to cut, and where to score. And you'll be able to download it. I'll put it on the blog on our website under templates and charts, and I'll also upload it in the files section. So I will work on that because that would be a very good reference. And not just for you, for me too, because a lot of times when I'm thinking, oh, I think I'll do a mini slimline card, I literally have to go find one that I made before and measure it because I can never remember. And it would be nice to just have a little chart. So I will do that. I'll make it pretty so that you guys can download it and save it, hang it up. Okay. So I'm going to cut these out using the coordinating dies. You're very welcome. So I'm going to just use these pieces of Masking Magic here. Now, if you're new here, we give away a gift card during every live. We give away a $15 gift card. They never expire. So if you would like to try to win a gift card tonight, all you have to do is leave a comment in the chat. And then Tom is going to draw a winner. So from all of the comments. So there we have the Thinking of You. I am a little close. You know, I didn't think, speaking of thinking, I didn't think. But you know what might have even tied the green in a little bit better is if I had stamped the Thinking of You in green, in fresh asparagus, because that's a nice deep green, and I bet that would have looked very pretty. So if you're going to make one of these, give that a try and just see how it looks. If you don't like it, you can always re-stamp it in black. Oh, thank you. You guys are so nice. Alrighty. So we'll just pop that out. I say, and then let's pop that little center out there. There we go. You make my world a better place. That's going to be a really nice card. We all need encouragement at times, right? And there's nothing like just a friend sending you a card of encouragement saying, you know, you're pretty special. Okay. So let's go ahead and pop these up with some foam squares, and then we'll add a pretty little embellishment to this. Not something drastic, but something that just adds a little something. Little something something. Okay. I have ink all over me. That's the sign of a happy crafting session though, right? To get ink all over you. I don't really mind it, except if I'm going somewhere and I have like bright red all over me and it looks like, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like I was up to no good. That's what it looks like. I'm going to use my little half ones here. And then I'm going to need to cut a few more little halfies. I did open some new foam squares because I am running low on this sheet. You can see my mess. Got to use every last one though. Waste not, want not. So how's everybody else doing? Is anybody else in the path of storms tonight, or are you sitting pretty where you are? I hope my friends from Indiana are doing okay. I heard that you guys had some really rough storms over the last day or so, last couple of days.
Maybe a crafting bunker is a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'd spend time there. Wouldn't even know it was happening. Just build it underground, and as long as I can have my show on, whatever show I'm watching. Guys, you know what Tom and I got? We got YouTube TV, and I love it. I'm so tired of cable. And what I love about it is you can take it with you wherever you go, and you can share it with your family. So like if you go on vacation and you want to watch your TV, you can watch your YouTube TV wherever. And I am not affiliated, except that I have a YouTube channel, but that has nothing to do with it. It's not the same. I think I'm going to pull this on top. There we go. All right, so I like that. It's nice and bold. Is it straight, though? That's the question. I think it is. It's nice and bold. I wanted a bold greeting there. Oh, lots of people have YouTube TV. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Now, I think we have these little iridescent dots, and I wonder if these yellow ones would be a good color for, or even just these plain, like, peachy ones. We've got kind of these, like, little, I don't know what color they are, actually. But they're just very simple. And they have a nice little iridescent shine to them when you turn them sideways.
Did you ever get a free day and you spend it watching 45-year-old game shows?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Just for the hairstyles and the clothes alone.
I love the 45-year-old game shows. I love them. So what do you think of this? Do you like that, or is that too much? Should I go with like gold? I don't know. Maybe I should just go
cool.
with clear. You like this?
I kind of
You did?
I thought they don't have a specific color, it looks like. It's just like neutral, if that's possible.
Well, I'm wondering if the crystal clear ones might even be better, because I was seeing a hint of pink in there, and you know, like these, you're barely going to see them until you turn them, you know? And I feel like I could put a few more on here, and I could like go over the edge a little bit with these. I can kind of sprinkle them.
So all this bling is in our embellishment category, right?
Yes. Yep. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to just do like a little around. And we'll see how it looks. Let me get my Oh, my Zeus mug. I'm going to... Where is Zeus? Is he close by? Sometimes
Haven't
he
seen
hangs
him.
out.
Haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him? I think I've got a...
Remember that word of the day, embellishment?
Yes.
That's when you use an embellishment over a blemish, hence embellishment.
We do that too in card making. We're like, oh, you know what? That little smudge, I'll just put a sequin over that. That's exactly what we do. I'm doing 5. You could probably do more on this. You could probably do 6 if you wanted because it's very symmetrical card, but I think this will look good. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Just that little bit of sparkle in there. There we go. Oh, I love that one. I love the colors, and usually when I do this layout, I match these with the same color and these with the same color. I don't think I've done a whole lot with 4 completely different colors, and I just really, I kind of like, I don't know, I like the whole color scheme of this. So there we go. Plum Punch, Honey Mustard, Faded Brick, Turquoise Sea with a little Tranquil Teal, and then Tom's Fresh Asparagus card base. That really, really was the perfect suggestion there, Tom. I love it. I love it. All right. Oh my goodness, this was so much fun tonight. Well, you guys, thanks for hanging in there with us. We're going to give away a gift card in just a minute, but if you liked tonight's video, and we certainly hope you have, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, or maybe you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and all notifications so you never miss another video. And then, if you aren't a member of our Facebook group, we'd love to have you over there. The name of the Facebook group is Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. It's the one with 51,000 members. There's a couple knockoff groups, but it's the one with 51,000 members. So come on over, answer the questions, and agree to the rules, and then come on in. You'll be able to find fantastic projects featuring all the products I used tonight and our new kits and anything that you have in your collection that's Gina K Designs. And then a big shout out to Brianne Loveland once again. Brianne, thank you so much for linking everything. We don't know what we would do without you. If you missed any of Brianne's links, you can find everything that I used in my card tonight over on our website at ginakdesigns.com. All right, Tom, are you ready to give away a gift card?
Ready.
All right, let's have the drum roll.
Drum roll, please. And tonight's lucky winner is Laurageschwender.
Yay,
Laurageschwender.
Yay, Laura. Woohoo! All right, Laura. Laura, all you have to do is send your name and your email address to info@ginakdesigns.com, and we will get that right out to you. Ah, well, this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was great tonight. We made it, yeah. And we didn't blow away like we were in Kansas in The Wizard of Oz, right?
Well, safe with the dead space.
Safe in the dead space. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here. We'll be back on Thursday with another Stampin' Chat Live. We hope you'll join us for that. And in the meantime, wherever you are in the world, stay safe and healthy because we love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.